Alright, and welcome back. So, we've seen Shibuya Cho and Benten Cho. Today we're going to be tackling Kogane Cho. But, again, before we can get into that, something else is going to pop up here.
Hi there!
Yeah, I think we can follow her. Alright, we've used you, and I've used tab. So, today, we're going to be pulling gum out.
It's on.
It sure is.
Hi there!
Alright, just like when we unlocked gum and tab, she's going to give us 3 challenges. Well, they're not too difficult. It's certainly harder than the first 2, but most of them can be done on the first attempt. Just hop off onto the subway car.
That's right.
The second one takes us back to the other area of Benten that we've already visited. And it's pretty much the first thing that we did when we hit this level. Just grinding down the rail.
Yeah! Yeah! Haha!
Not too hard. The physics of this tower really do puzzle me. I run into a few little glitches here. For some reason, Gum just refuses to get on the rail. And when she does, the speed is a little bit low. I was a little worried that I wouldn't be able to make it over the jump, but it's a long enough down grind that I managed to get just enough speed.
Ho!
Not too bad.
That's right.
Now, her third challenge is the hardest. This is one that often takes a couple attempts.
Oh yeah! Yeah! Cool!
When you grind up the rail and jump off, you are essentially completely blind as to where you're going to land, so you have to kind of guess. So yeah, I messed up on this one. This one's pretty much up to blind luck as to
Hi there!
whether or not you can hit the right rail. But just as long as you don't touch the ground, you're fine. As you'll see here, did not hit the right one, but a little readjustment,
Yeah!
and we're fine. Now, the nice thing about these character challenges is they will often show you little tricks or shortcuts in the level that you might not have noticed otherwise. It's kind of a nice way of showing you where things are and how regions connect that you might not otherwise notice. And those will come into play a lot later. So, Love Trap is the second Shibuya mission, but we're not going to be doing that. We're going to go to Kogane. But before we do that, we're going back into the graffiti menu. And this track is Mighty Lovers by The Pillows, another band I listened to a lot in high school. I still do. So, I mentioned that the spray can tool is really difficult to use, and it is. But I wanted to see just what I could get away with. It's kind of like using Microsoft Paint to do something, but even worse, because you have a much more limited palette and only 2 brushes. It does have an undo command, which is quite nice, but it's only a single move long. Anyway, after Beat and Tab's more juvenile sprays, I wanted something a little more innocent, I guess.
Right for me, not a heavy girl.
retrospect, I should have given him a spray can. Hindsight's 2020. And as usual, I kind of go nuts on the final piece. Gum seems like an upbeat person, so I wanted to do something really colorful and cheerful. Kind of inspired by the game's design. And using programs like these, even though your options are extremely limited as far as what you can actually do, sometimes that works out for the best. When you are limited in terms of your tools, you have to think a lot more carefully about exactly how you're going to lay everything out. So, despite having only a really rough thing, I think this piece actually turns out pretty nice. Composition's not too bad. Colors are nice and vivid. Like I said, if you put in the time with this editor, you will probably be happy with what you turn up. And again, taking the eraser to the edges just to make it look a little less boxy. Yeah. Not bad. I'm not sure why the spray can gives those weird, sharper, jagged edges on things. Just must be something to do with the resolution. So yeah, we're using gum today. Let's head out to Kogane.
It's on.
So yeah, Kogan Cho is the night district. Shibuya is bright daytime, and Kogane is this nice dusk feel to it. If you paid attention to the music,
Headquarters to all units, we've received report of reckless skaters in the residential area of Kogane. All nearby officers to the scene. I repeat, we've received.
excuse me. If you pay attention to the music, you'll notice that most of the tracks in the Kogane district are more guitar and riff based. It's kind of more of a punk influence. All the areas have their own sort of stylized soundtracks to go with the designs. Sorry, I'm wasting some time here. I'm trying to get that graffiti soul. You have to do a double wall jump, which I finally manage. There we go. I'm going to be trying to grab as many graffiti souls as I can. Maybe not all of them, because some of them take several attempts and will waste a lot of time. Not too interesting. Before I go up in the level, there's something else back here. Just gotta get a run up to get some speed. So yeah, Kogane's soundtrack is more punk, guitar, and riff based. It's alright, but it's not my favorite in the game. Honestly, I prefer Ben 10, the sort of high energy, slightly darker sound to it. It's a bit more fun. This has more of a mellow feeling to it. And I completely missed the graffiti soul back there, but I'll come back to that later. The game kind of guides you down this path. There's not much here, but it is fun. Get to smash through a couple people's houses here. If I'd timed that better, I could have grabbed that soul too, but not to be. Just gonna come at it from another angle. And there's one more just over here to your left. Just gotta hop to get it. There's one graffiti soul in there that I missed. If you'd smash those boxes down, there's a small alleyway. Again, you'll notice I'm passing up on all these graffitis because I want to get the more difficult ones out of the way first. And pay attention to the strokes that Gum has to use. Double curve, circle curve, and I screwed up. Gum's choreography for the graffiti is a bit more complicated. So, if you're being harassed by police in whatever means, it's going to be much more difficult to avoid. Let's take a gander at my handiwork. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of that. So yeah, just like in all the levels, you want to get the big graffiti out of the way first. That came out great.
This is headquarters to all units. Police dogs will be released as reinforcement. Please use caution.
Yeah. And the first tier of police response is the Dobermans. I fucking hate those dogs. Functionally, they're a lot like the policemen we saw in the first Shibuya level, but they're much faster, can grab onto you much easier. You have very little time from when you see them to when you can get away. They'll be on your ass in seconds. Yeah, this level does have more of a relaxed feel to it. This isn't exactly a high energy soundtrack. Luckily in this grind you don't have to do anything, just to let the character go and she'll handle all the sharp turns. You'll also notice that despite picking up these cans, I'm stuck at 15. Tab can carry 30, Beat can carry 20, and Gum is at 15, so using Gum is more difficult on most of these levels. You'll also notice that she has less health than the other two. So if you want more of a challenge, she's what you want to use. And again, the rooftops are kind of an annoying place to get a good jump from. The changing elevation means it's difficult to build momentum. Just screwing up someone's bonsai plants here. And now there's a police roadblock, and look who's coming to say hello. Notice how far away those dogs are. And they are right on me. Yeah, there's also a police cruiser that will tour the area and smack you down. I really wanted to tag him here, but there's just too many dogs. It's not possible, so I had to give up. Look how much that one encounter took off my life. Grabbing another soul here. If I was smart, I would have jumped to the left and got onto the bridge. But I didn't see it in time. That's one annoying thing about this level. Since there are 3 stages, or 3 levels, if you fall off the top of it, you gotta make your way back up. Take those plants out again. They grow fast, apparently. Let's finish this one up. And again, messed up. And I take another crack at him, but those dogs are right on top of me. And again, like all the levels, there's an escape route you can take. Trying to grab the can here, but you can only get it when you come down, not when you're jumping up. This is where the game gets awesome. They bring in the helicopters against you. I don't think it's an Apache, but it's designed after one. If anyone knows if that's actually a real copter model, just let me know in the thread. And if you'll notice, it has a little green arrow in the front of it. Very interesting. It will follow you around the level, but I wanted to take it out here. You notice it shifted position depending on where I was. Just gonna get my health back first. And now I'm gonna make a kamikaze run on it. Just managed to get it. Of course, now I have to climb up from the bottom. The helicopters will fire missiles at you, which I'm sad it didn't get to do this time. I'll make a point of showing off the helicopters in future videos. They're actually a pretty cool enemy. But there's a much better encounter with them later.
Yeah.
That sideways tag came out really well. 7 out of 8 souls, another nitro, still no jet.
Right.
Not too bad.
Let's get scratching.
And we're left with another Professor K segment.
This is your very own guerrilla broadcaster, Jet Set Radio! Use this city as your canvas and paint us some vibes from the street. Those frogs I was talking about must have been Poison Jam's pets. Looks like there's gonna be a real turf war. Ribbit, ribbit. Poison Jam! Them horror freaks are really pissed. They haven't seen a good slasher flick in months. And after the action in Kogane Cho, they're out for revenge. It looks like we might be facing a bloodbath here. Better put on your garlic, honey, because the vampires are on the prowl.
Those are clearly not vampires. If anything, it's kind of Creature from the Black Lagoon. Alright, and before we go, I just wanted to show off some of the graffitis that we've unlocked so far. If anyone's really interested, I suppose I could compile them and link them in the thread, but it's a lot of effort, so I'm just going to do it here for now. I like the Dreamcast one. That's a gum tab, I think. Not so great. Yeah, some of these are definitely better than others. That one's cool. That one's pretty 90s. It's like Hatchet Man. I like that last one. I don't know if you can really call it graffiti, but it's a cool symbol. And with that, I'll see you next time.